Hello everyone. I'm going to discuss more detailed information about light and shadow. So this piece, as you could see, has a veil, which is a very good example of light and shadows. First thing to know is you need to identify your light source. On this one, it's coming from the left side. So I started out with my base color, which is the peach color, and it's going to be my base color and my highlight all throughout this piece, which I'm not going to touch anymore as I add my darker tones. So my second layer of the shadow is a darker version, which is apricot. And as you can see, since the light source is coming from the left, I'm only adding the darker apricot shadow on the right side of the face. Now this veil is orange, so as you can see on the left side of my base is yellow orange because the cloth is reflecting the sunlight off to her face, which would create that yellow orange tone, but it's really diluted. Now for her eyes, it's a green eyes, which I started off with a very light lime green, which is really diluted with water. And for the pupils or the iris, um, light green, but then the pupil would have that reflection of a little bit brownish color. So I started off with a very light brown, which is burnt sienna, and it's very diluted at first as well, just to have that initial base paint. And then I worked my shadow more, and I added burnt umber on the eyelids, and also a little bit of very well diluted black for the eyebrows, and also for the corners of the eye to make it a little bit darker. But this is still the initial phase. Also, I added the same diluted black for the nose. Then for the lips, I started off with a very pale peach. My second layer is still the same color, which is the dark peach. However, it's less diluted to have that more pinkish look. Now, on the edge of the nostrils, I added a little bit of darker yellow orange. It's still the same color as the cheeks, but what I did was I just diluted it with less water. Now, working with the veil, I started off with the base color, which is the yellow orange, which would be reflecting off her face. For the rest of the veil, I uses orange alone. Now with the darker shadows, that's the time I use red orange to create that um, shadow effect on the darker side. On the far end of the veil, I added a little bit of brown to the red orange to create more darker values with the same color hue if you have a very limited palette. I do have a lot of palettes, but I only use a very limited palette. So for the rest of the veil, I just use yellow orange and red orange. However, the difference is how much water do I put in it in order to make it more diluted or more vibrant. So the more darker I wanted it to be, the less water I add. The lighter I want it to be, then the more water I add to the value in order for it to be very light and well diluted. And I added black background on the right side to emphasize where is the darker side of the photo and why there is a shadow on that side, because the left side is our light source. Now then I work on the finer details, which I added black on the lids. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it helps in understanding lights and shadows. Let me know what you think about this piece and whatever videos you would like to know or you would like to see in the future, and I'll be more than happy to see it for you. So this is the transition of the painting until it gets done. So as you can see, light and shadow works miracles, and it also allows you to have that popping eye. Thank you, and I'll see you soon.